Hi, everyone. I'm Ben Spero. I have the pleasure of sitting on the Tipping Point board, and I chair our housing committee. As a young professional, I was looking for a way to contribute to my community. I was an econ major in college, so I thought housing and homelessness could be an issue I'd understand. I also felt that working to address housing instability was one small but important way I could use the extraordinary privilege that I and so many of us in this room have. My involvement in housing and homelessness has turned into a real passion. 16 years ago, I helped launch a nonprofit called Destination Home. It's a public-private partnership that has helped thousands of people get and stay housed in Santa Clara County. Having focused on this issue for many years in Silicon Valley, I was eager to find a way to get involved in the work here in San Francisco, and it was clear that working with Tipping Point was the best way to do so. The team at Tipping Point has always believed that philanthropy can take risks and innovate in ways that the government can't. But it needs to work in partnership with the public sector, which has the scale and financial resources to achieve a community-wide impact. A critical pillar of our strategy is finding and funding the right organizations who work on the ground, know the population, build trust, and help people transform their lives. Grantees like the Booker T. Washington Community Service Center, or Booker T. I live about a mile from Booker T. My daughter's volleyball team has played in their gym, which they rent out to another local high school. And it's only a few blocks away from some of the most affluent neighborhoods in San Francisco. And yet I recognize that in many ways it's a world apart. Booker T began 105 years ago in the Fillmore to serve black soldiers returning from World War I. It's now San Francisco's oldest black-led and black-serving nonprofit. Once a thriving cultural hub for the black community, the Fillmore slowly began to change due to discriminatory urban renewal projects that targeted low-income, non-white neighborhoods. And over the course of a few decades in the mid-20th century, over 5,000 households, mostly black, were displaced. But Booker T persevered. Today, it is flourishing as it supports, nourishes, and celebrates the neighborhood. Booker T works tirelessly to combat economic and racial disparities by providing affordable housing, education, and workforce development programs. They work with all ages from 0 to 99. Housing is a foundational piece of what Booker T offers. They co-own their own housing on site, they work on policy, and the key piece of the puzzle for Tipping Point, they are building a homelessness prevention program that does whatever it takes to keep their clients housed, from cash assistance to advocacy and other supportive services to avoid eviction. What makes Booker T stand out is what you observe when you walk in the building. It's the buzz of community coming together, and that buzz has grown much louder under the leadership of Shakira Simley. Shakira joined as executive director in 2021. She's a seasoned organizer and strategist. Prior to Booker T, Shakira was working as community programs manager at Buy Right Market and led its expansion across the city. She went on to serve as San Francisco's first ever director of racial equity and chief equity officer of its COVID-19 command center. Thanks to her, Booker T is more vibrant than ever, and we are so lucky to have her as a leader in our community. So please join me in welcoming Shakira Simley.